Hey, how everybody doing? This is Mr. Maurer, Coffee Chug, however you know me. Just a quick little intro. What I'm about to show you are my students, 4th and 5th grade students, who had a short amount of time working on a Pringle chip challenge project, in which I'll share a link on the blog post that this video will be submitted on, so you can go back and see all the regulations. But basically, students had to take a Pringle chip, and without modifying the chip in any single way, they had to create a container for it to be mailed off to until 3 states. We've got Arkansas, New Hampshire, and Michigan. The rules are that they can only allow to use computer paper, masking tape, straws, and one-ply cardboard, such as like a cereal box or like a postcard, not a postcard, but like a note card. Cardstock, basically, is what I'm looking for there. And they're going to be graded on a equation once the chip arrives, based on the intactness of the chip, if it's in perfect condition or if it's cracked or chipped, and point values go down accordingly, as well as the volume and the mass of their container. So the smaller and the less it weighs, and the more perfect condition the chip's in, the higher their score is going to be. So this proved to be a real critical thinking challenge for them, as they had to kind of figure out how in the world they're going to make it work. The minimum size was 3 inches by 5 inches, so it could be mailed in the post office. I mailed off all 12 packages on Friday afternoon. So each package roughly cost about $2 to mail off, so not terrible. And what I'm going to show you here is I had each student step onto the hallway without a teacher, and I basically told them what I wanted them to explain was their thought process, talk about what they created, why they created it, why they think it's going to work, and the issues along the way that they had. They only had a couple minutes to record, and like I said, we did not send a teacher out there. I wanted them to be able to articulate on their own without kind of being prompted by questions. What I think is going to be incredibly important for these students for their future. It's one thing to be able to think. It's a whole nother thing to be able to articulate your thoughts and get your ideas out, whether it's verbally or in written form. And so this is just a practice opportunity for them to be able to express the ideas they had, and see how it came about. So you'll see each group here at work here. I'll show one at a time, and at the end I'll show a little slideshow of all the finished packages and the pictures and stuff that I took along the way. So without further ado, here are the students explaining their projects on their own without any prompts, and then following that, images of their construction along the way, and then the packages before I mailed them out. I will do a follow-up video once we Skype with these schools to see how our chips survived or didn't survive, so you can see the results from this. So this is basically the intro as we anxiously await to see if our packages do arrive. I hope you enjoy. As always, leave comments, questions, concerns, any of that good stuff in the comments, either on the blog or the YouTube video, and we'll be sure to address those and get back to you as a class. Thanks. Here we go.
What we did was we were doing it for the Pringle challenge. We built a box and we put chipboard inside of the regular paper, and then we used double-sided tape to tape it on there, and then we just put a lid and used all this tape to put it together.
What we did to make it like really strong is that, if you can see, there's like straws in here to make it so when the textbook falls on it, won't like, you know what I mean, like fall apart. And
well, we have some little pieces of straw for the chip to stay in, so the chip doesn't bounce around and kind of gets all chipped and stuff. Probably that's why a chip is called a chip. And so we have the little tiny straws in here because it can protect the chip.
Hi, I'm Brooke, and we made a compartment for our Pringle for the Pringle challenge, Mr. Maurer's class. first of all, we took note cards and stuff, and we lined straws up on them, and then we taped the straws on because we thought that would help with the structure and help it be harder, so it wouldn't break as easily. And then we put cardboard on the outside so it would be even more strong. And we named it. We made up a name called Grips because the cardboard, part of the cardboard we used was the snack Grips. So yeah. And then,
hi, I'm Ashley, and we crumpled up a whole bunch of computer paper, and because when you crumple it up a lot, then it makes it more softer, so we thought that it might just bounce around all over and then it might break, so we thought softer.
one of the problems we faced was the straws. When we were doing it, we thought if we just put the Pringle in the middle, it would bounce around and it would crack really easily. So me and Caitlin were thinking, and Caitlin came up with...
I came up with the idea of making a cylinder and then putting the Pringle in it so it would not get damaged as easily if it does get damaged, and then putting some of the paper that got softened around it so it would give it extra protection and cushion. And as Brooke said, the straws would also give it extra protection. We are also planning on putting a lid over it, and then paper around it. And then we will seal this, and that would be our Grips Pringle project. Thank you for listening. Let me get in here.
From us, Caitlin, Ashley, and Brooke.
And the Grips.
Okay, this is our project. And we have a Pringle challenge. We're trying to make the Pringle in here. We're gonna mail it to a different state. I don't know if you can see that. And we're gonna try and get it in the best condition we can.
Yep, and we're doing it by, we first made an outer box with stronger paper and tape, and it has a lid, and we tape both these two sides, and then inside we have soft paper with a lid again.
We have straws at the bottom and straws on the side. We thought those were strong to keep it, in good condition. Also, after it gets mailed, I have to do a book test dropping it on, so we also thought if it drops on these straws, it might not hurt the Pringle.
And I just put this tape here so that when this will open when this is shut, so that it only opens when this opens.
A fun fact about in here is the Pringle. We made the outer border, thanks to Peter. We crumbled up paper, uncrumbled it, did that over and over again, and it's almost like tissue paper now. It's kind of hard to see, but that's what's covering the Pringle chip.
Okay.
And by the way, I'm Peter. Okay, so who's recording now?
Okay, so now we're going to talk about problems we ran into and how we built it. Well, first, we started with this box, but then we don't have it because we didn't have it here. Sorry. Okay. So on the last day we just threw together this.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's gonna hold up.
But well, that was one problem that we ran into about building a new one, and another problem was that we sort of ran short of time, but we got this finished in time.
Oh, I'm Peter, and we're doing the Pringle challenge, and this is what I made. As you can see, it's based on the Grips box. You see, we have paper here, and inside we have straw standing up, so then when they drop the book on it, it won't crash. And the reason why there's all that junk in there, trying to see. because so then when it bumps against the walls, it'll kind of resist it more. And actually, funny thing about this is I built it last night, and then I went through the whole school day and even dropped a dictionary on it, and it's still, the chip is intact. So, and some of the problems that I faced was I cut this down, so it was can kind of see there how it's uneven, and so I had to kind of retape it. And then the box isn't necessarily even, you know, with this bulging out, you know. And so this is my design, and I dropped it. So, yep.
Period.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Madison. And this is Bob.
Okay, so the reason we made our container the way we did, because, well, the inside, it's like, the reason we made it like this is because it is sturdy around the outside, and if you drop it, it doesn't break, sort of. But, and the Pringle, is the Pringle inside there yet?
Yes. No.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
it is.
okay, the Pringle's in there, and I bet you $10 it didn't break. I'm not going to show you because all this paper's going to fall out. Okay, and then we have this. This is the lid. It says Talker. He's Bob. Okay, Caitlin, explain the straws.
So the little walls are made out of straws. So, and then they just going up and down. So.
See,
Oh,
you can
on
see
the
them.
outside.
Yeah.
And we covered it in tape.
See, there's our straws. And I'm pretty sure that these ones are like 3 inches and like 3 inches. These ones are like 5 inches and like 3 inches. Yeah. Maddie, explain the inside.
On the inside, we put like a weird thing on the bottom. It's paper with straws inside. Caitlin made it. And then we put some paper and straws in the bottom, and then we put the chip in, and then we put some more paper and straws, and then we put this blue piece of paper padded thing, and then we put some more paper and straws, and then we flip over the lid.
Because it makes it squishy, so that way when I drop it again, it doesn't fall. Or it doesn't break. Okay, ready?
You want to see the chip? It's going to be together.
Okay, here's our chip. Ta-da! No cracks. No chippies. No, we don't have a chip, and there's no grease stains. We did awesome. Ta-da! And that was our project, Bob.